What's up guys, this is HK here bringing you another review, and today's review will be on the latest One Piece Manga Chapter, Chapter 810. So, the cover page, yeah, remember when I said that when we get to Sanji's backstory cover page, if you will, and see what his cooking family have been up to, that chapter would properly show us Sanji and what happened when they got there. Yeah, well, that's kind of what we get with this chapter, which is exciting. There's a lot happening in this chapter, by the way, in terms of like flashback and backstory and that. But yeah, it answers a lot of things and it concludes a lot of things, but also setting up things to come. So obviously the flashbacks aren't over yet. But yeah, overall decent chapter. But let's actually discuss it and get into it. So we get the cover page with the cooking guys. I don't know their names again. I can't. There's so many characters. You lose track of what they're all called. But yeah, you've got them ripping up the wanted posters and shit, trying to get rid of them. And you got the main dude, the Sanji's boss, just looking at this. Glad that they're alright, obviously. But yeah, kind of interesting that they're ripping up these wanted posters. So maybe because they don't want anyone to know that Sanji's associated with them. We then cut to the actual chapter, and it takes place right after where the last one ended, and we see Jack in his human form, and holy shit, this dude looks beast. I mean, he looks bloody beast. You look at this guy and you realize instantly why he's Kaido's second in command. I mean, this dude, he looks like he could rival Kaido himself. I mean, this dude looks freaking beast. I mean, I don't know what else to say. This dude is massive. He's got like a helmet with horns on it, and then he's got freaking tusks, whatever, coming from his shoulders and shit. It's insane. The way his character design looks, it's just crazy. And yeah, he's just getting this little bendy sword crap out. I don't know what the hell it is, but he's just getting it out, and he's preparing to fight the master cat dude. What's his name? Namakasi or something. Again, sorry guys, these names, man. Come on, keep them simple. Come on, not all of us can translate these names properly. But yeah, kind of the flashbacks kind of continue, and you've got the what's his name? We've got the Duke. He kind of wakes up at this point and gives them a bit of the backstory as well, while the musketeer dude, Pedro, is explaining everything along Wanda, and they kind of explain how this fight went on for 5 straight days, and they were winning. They were finally getting the upper hand, and they were beating all of Jack's men, and they explained how there were more reinforcements coming day and day and day. So it must have been a crazy ass battle. Can you imagine 5 straight days just fighting these pirates? And yeah, they go into detail about how Jack's men were easy to defeat. You've also got Beepo, by the way, and Law's a bunch of pirates, whatever, there as well, and they come in, and because this is Beepo's home, he's not going to stay back. You've got Master Namakaze kind of telling him that if they don't join the fight, he's not really concerned. They can stay back if they want, but Beepo's like, this is my home. I'm still going to fight. Just because I'm a pirate doesn't mean I'm not going to. This is my home. And you've got his crewmates saying, yeah, this is our friend's home. We're going to help out. And yeah, you got Law's pirate group, and Namakaze, and I guess Duke and all the others just going around fighting these pirates for 5 days straight. And the only person that they're having trouble fighting is Jack. Obviously it would be Jack, because this dude is a powerhouse. He is a powerhouse. We don't really see him throw that much of a punch, but we can imagine what it would have been like to fight him. Just imagine his mammoth form, for Christ's sake. Just in his mammoth form, he was powerful. But here you've got these guys saying that, yeah, we were having trouble with him 5 days straight. We couldn't beat this guy. Everyone else was just piss easy, but him, no, not him. And then they kind of explain what happened, that after 5 days, Jack got tired or bored, and he used the secret weapon, which is Caesar's gas weapon, basically, to wipe them all out, or not kill them, but to basically poison them, injure them, and wound them. And then after that, pretty much the entire village or island got taken over by Jack's group, and they started torturing Pedro, Duke, and Namakaze, and all the others to find out where the warrior is. And everyone, the answer's always the same. He's not here. He's not here. And these guys, they're not listening. They're just going around torturing and beating the shit out of everyone. And then, this is the interesting part. It gets to the point where it kind of explains why these guys love the Straw Hats. And they basically explained that on the day that Jack left the island, it was the day that the Straw Hats defeated Don Flamengo. And that is why all the torture and all that shit. Well, they didn't stop. Jack still left some of his men on the island, but Jack himself left, and that's supposed to tie in with the weeks of, obviously it explains what happened. So Jack left the island and went after Don Flamingo to rescue him, and then obviously he failed in his mission. He lost a bunch of ships, and he's presumed dead now. Obviously we know he's not dead, but that's kind of takes place in that time period. And it's also explained that Sanji, Nami, and Chopper and all them lot, they arrived on Zhao Island on the same day that Don Flamingo was defeated. So you got all this stuff happening at the same time. Don Flamingo was defeated, Jack decides to leave, at the same time Sanji and the others arrive on the island, and we get the perspective on what happened. They get on the island and they split up. You've got Brook and Chopper and Nami together, and then you've got Sanji and Kaiser, and I think it's just them two really. I don't know, was there anyone else with them at that point? Nami, Brook, Chopper, and no, I think it's Sanji. Yeah, it's Sanji, Chopper, and Kaiser, and then it's Nami, Brook, and Momoshiki, and those two groups are in different places. You've got Nami and the others just walking through the forest, and then they run into Squirrel Girl, who's getting chased by one of Jack's men on the crocodile, and they realize instantly that this guy's a bad guy. And you've got Brook going into his little ice mold, icing the floor and causing the crocodile to slide and collapse, and Nami rescuing the Squirrel Girl and trying to pull her away. Then it cuts to Sanji's group, and they arrive at the center of the town where those crucifixes were set up, and they pretty much explain that those the Duke and Master Namazaki and Pedro, they were held up there, and they were being hit and tortured 24/7 by Jack. So they're bloodied up and bleeding and dying, and you've got all the other you've got all the other Mink tribe members scattered everywhere, injured or wounded, and Chopper just checking up on them. And yeah, they meet Pedro, and Pedro, barely alive, pretty much tells them to save Duke and the Master, because they can't die, they cannot be allowed to die, because they're the leaders of the Zhao Island and the Mink tribe, so obviously they need to be rescued. And that's where the chapter kind of ends. Yeah, pretty simple, and very effective in terms of tying it all together. But it was a nice way, and we're pretty much with Sanji now, so obviously we're that much closer to finding out what exactly happened with him. But overall, decent chapter. Comedy wise, it was funny when they had to use Kaiser to flow up the island, because they used him like a balloon, so that was funny. But the rest of the chapter was very, very kind of dark and very bloodied up, because you got Wanda and all the others just retelling this tragic backstory. You got them crying, and you see the torture these guys go through in just a very quick few panels, and what a monster Jack is. So it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen. You've even got Namikaze kind of say that he's going to hunt this guy in his dreams, even if he dies. He's going to come for him in his dreams and shit. But yeah, I kind of see a confrontation of sorts. Jack will properly come back to the island, because some of his men were still there. So I'm interested to see what happened with that. The Straw Hat crew obviously kicked them off, but there'll have to be some sort of retaliation. So we're probably gonna get an explanation for that. So we'll see. But overall, decent chapter. I liked it. It was nice to see Oda finally, slowly, getting us there in terms of explaining what the hell happened to Sanji, giving us that necessary backstory. Overall, decent chapter. That's what he is. He goes away. That's Oda for you. He goes away, he comes back, and he gives you a beast of a chapter. So that's, I like that. Yeah, can't wait to see what happens next. Again, I hope you like the review. Like, subscribe, as always, whatever. I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.